Good evening. Just to wrap up the Grand Rapids City Council meeting for December 12, 2016. This is the last of 3 Mondays in a row, and it's the last of our council meetings for 2016, unless there is some unexpected need for the council to reconvene. We won't see and hear from one another from a council report standpoint until the second Monday meeting in January. Let me start off with, if you hear some noise in the background, that is Council Member Ed Zabinski, who has served 8 years on the Grand Rapids City Council. Tonight was his last meeting, and we certainly wish Ed well going out into the future. He has some endeavors and some business commitments that he's looking at doing, and he's moving into another phase of his long career in business and with the City Council, but he is not shutting down. He's just moving into another phase of his life. So we had a work session. We had good reports there, and that we had taken a look at some art, that we might be looking at some art on transformers in the city. Grand Rapids sounds a little strange, but we have some huge transformers that could definitely be looked at as how do you make that look better in a residential area and residential yard. So we'll continue down that path of discussion. Senator Eichhorn, incoming Senator Eichhorn, and incoming Representative Lehman were in. They listened patiently to the city's thoughts on what we think are our priorities from a city standpoint. Unfortunately, we did not have enough time to listen to what theirs were. As newly elected officials, they certainly ran on a platform out there, and at some point in time, I would encourage the council to make personal calls to find out, now that they know where our priorities are, that we understand what their priorities are as they go down after January from a legislative standpoint. The other thing that we did tonight from a big standpoint was we passed our final budget levy for 2016 payable in 2017. That's probably the biggest. We put out an eligibility list to hire an officer. We had an officer that is leaving after 29 years. We did that. We paid some bills, and with this being the third meeting in a row, it was actually a very quick meeting, so not a lot of other critical things to report on, but I would like to leave you with this. We passed, and it will be going into effect. We've had some parking concerns with snow removal and stuff in the past. Please watch and be aware that going forward, if you see a storm coming or you know that they're in the process of having a storm, get your vehicle off the streets. We changed the ordinance as it relates to parking on the streets in a 24-hour period. And it is going to say that if there's a storm out there, you need to have your vehicle off the street, bring it up into your yard and your driveway so that the public works folks can get out there and they can plow the streets in a safe and efficient manner. It's going to be better for everyone going forward. No one wants to come out in the morning and find you've had a heavy storm and there's a 4-foot windrow around your vehicle that was parked out on the street that you got to shovel through before you can get out. And at the same time, it ends up leaving a nuisance and a pinch point on that street going forward. So we changed that tonight, so please be aware of that. If you see a storm coming going forward over the rest of the year as we look at going into enforcement of this new ordinance, I would ask that you just get your vehicles off the street, be safe doing it, and the PD will certainly be forgiving for a period of time as we work through this process of getting people up to speed and understanding, what we're doing with that. So, won't hear from you for about a month. I hope that your holiday seasons go well, and we look forward to hearing and speaking with you again the second Monday of January. Take care, drive careful, and once again, have a nice holiday season.